What's going on, YouTube? This is Roger here with another video. I am trying to battle some bubble algae. And if you guys have ever had bubble algae, you'll know it's miserable. Best advice I can give you is to not get it in the first place, but here I am with bubble algae. So honestly, this was a lot of laziness on my part. I did not nip it in the bud, and I was like, whatever, I'll get it next time. And then 2 bubbles turned to 4, turned to 70,000 bubbles all over the place, and I almost ripped this tank down because of it. But I held strong and tried some stuff, some to varying degrees of success. So I want to talk to you a little bit about the journey of bubble algae. So first thing I did was, of course, do the normal forum advice, manage your phosphates, manage your nitrates, all that fun stuff. Didn't work. I mean, once it's growing and your phosphates are 0.03, there's a reason they're 0.03, because bubble algae is probably consuming it, right? So next up I did was I ordered a few emerald crabs from Worldwide Corals, I think. Ordered like a 6 lot of them for a pretty good price. I love Worldwide Corals. Big shout out to them. Varying degrees of success. I feel like there was just too many of them and they could not make a dent. So I took all the rock out, most of the rock out, I should say, and dipped it in a hydrogen peroxide mix, like a dilution. So I did 50% hydrogen peroxide, 50% tank water, and just mixed that up, doused it, took the rock out, put it in a bin, just doused it, let it sit for 5 minutes, and rinse it off in tank water and put it all back. So cool thing about hydrogen peroxide is it's going to decay, I guess, into hydrogen and oxygen. So really safe product to use in moderation, especially with algae. If you're not dipping your frags in hydrogen peroxide when you get them, I highly recommend doing that, because it would have saved you a lot of trouble. I don't know if you guys are watching the video, but this little guy's got a lot of work to do. That's what I did. I took the rock out, did that, and over the course of about 48 to 72 hours, all the bubble algae turns white and just flakes off. Super nice, and leaving just the coralline. Doesn't kill coralline, doesn't do anything. The only thing it will do is it'll piss off zoanthids. They'll close up for about 4 hours, but they open back up. So my biggest mistake I did the first time doing the whole hydrogen peroxide dipping was not cleaning the sand. So what I did the second round after it exploded again is I cleaned out every bubble I could find on the sand. Even if it looked kind of bubble shaped, I sucked it out. And I did the same hydrogen peroxide routine to the sand. Albeit to less success. I feel like it was just, I don't know why it didn't seem like it worked as well. So I rinsed it all off, and then I did my normal bleaching routine with the sand. But I will caveat here, do not mix hydrogen peroxide and bleach. Don't even let them get remotely close together. It's not good, okay? Fair warning. If you're gonna use both, put a day or 2 in between, let that hydrogen peroxide decay, and rinse that sand before you bleach it. If you really want to know, it explodes. So yeah, don't do that. But I feel like this round is gonna go a lot better because I ordered 12 more emerald crabs, and they were immediately out and about eating. I'm putting some background footage in so you guys can see them to work, but it's a lot more rewarding when you can actually see them out there nibbling away. I feel like the first 6, I don't know, like they're not that small. My tank's not that big, but I feel like I never saw them, like, ever. Now they've been in the tank for about a week and, well, 6 days, and at any moment I can walk up to them and see them eating something, whether it's bubble algae or other algae or detritus or whatever. Oh, look, there's 2 in this one. So I'm hoping with my phosphate and nitrate under control, a nice army of emerald crabs, I can nip this bubble algae plague in the butt. But my biggest piece of advice with bubble algae, especially when it gets to a point where it like makes you want to rip your tank down, just if you see one bubble ever, just take that piece, that frag, that rubble, that rock out and get rid of it as soon as possible, because one turns to 50,000 in a matter of weeks. Just ask me how I know. I've done this routine twice. So, like I said, I got these emerald crabs from Worldwide Corals, and it was a pretty good price. I mean, for 12 of them, one came DOA. I'm not that mad. It's a pretty good ratio. And they're like immediately out and about, like going to work. Like this footage is from like 48 hours later. They kind of went and hid a little bit, but once they figured out that there's food everywhere, they were just like everywhere. I could see at least 4 or 5 of them at any given time. So that was cool. So I know there's a bunch of different ways to combat emerald crabs, but here's my kind of first valiant attempt at going after emerald or bubble algae. Just please, little guys, don't let me down. Okay, so I think that's all I got for this video, guys. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, recommendations, advice, go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. Yeah, I'm trying to get a video out every week, because I have a day off, so it's easy to just get some footage, talk about something, edit, throw it together, and put it in. I'm doing my best with the audio in the background. It's not my forte, so I'm sorry. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything in specific, go ahead and let me know. I'm going to try and do monthly update videos on the tank itself, kind of like I did last week. So that being said, I'm going to see you guys later, and have a good one, guys.